Hi guys, I'm here again today with a slightly different short video. Today I'd like to show you some of my favorite book titles. There are, of course, loads and loads of books out there with titles that are very clever, but in most of these cases we can only fully understand their cleverness and their meaning or their poignancy once we have read the book. I'm not going to talk about titles like that here in this video for the simple reason that that would of course demand that I talk about the book, and this is not going to be this kind of video. I'm going to talk about titles that stand on their own, at least to some extent, and that catch your attention and make you want to throw all your money at the publisher, no questions asked. Again, there are of course loads and loads of books with titles that will draw you in. Anything that I even remotely associate with anything, any topic, or any style that I have an interest in will draw me in. But there are some titles that are just that little bit more phenomenal and that might even make you buy a book, even though everything else about it, the blurb, the author, the genre, the cover image, doesn't particularly appeal to you. That is the kind of title that I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to tell you anything about the books that I'm going to show you or whose titles I'm going to show you. I'll just let the titles speak for themselves and work their magic if you don't already know the book anyway. Let's start with some phenomenal non-fiction titles. The Moon by Waylight by Diane Ackerman. The Algebra of Infinite Justice by Arundhati Roy. The Song of the Dodo and The Flight of the Iguana by David Quammen. Waterfalls of Stars by Roseanne Alexander. I Am, 17 Brushes with Death by Maggie O'Farrell and Sylvia Plath. A heartbreaking work of staggering genius by Dave Eggers. I DNF'd this one. Okay, moving on to fiction. Now We Shall Be Entirely Free by Andrew Miller, to be wrapped up soon. Snow Falling on Cedars by David Guterson. The Last Light of the Sun by Guy Gabriel Kay. The Sing of the Shore by Lucy Wood. Beside the Ocean of Time by George Mackay Brown. Three Men in a Boat, to say nothing of the Dog by Jerome K. Jerome. At Swim Two Boys by Jamie O'Neill. Where Angels Fear to Tread by E.M. Forrester. Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbons. The Glorious Heresies by Lisa McInerney. The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Two Like the Lightning by Ada Palmer. Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlon James. The Illumination of Ursula Flight by Anna Marie Crowhurst. The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There. The Girl Who Soared Over Fairyland and Cut the Moon in Two. The Boy Who Lost Fairyland. And The Girl Who Raced Fairyland All the Way Home by Catherine M. Valente. We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves by Karen Joy Fowler. Gin Patrol on the Purple Line by Deepa Anapara. A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. An Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. Night Sky with Exit Wounds by Ocean Wong. Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. And the classic of this particular art, If on a Winter's Night a Traveler by Italo Calvino. It was a DNF on page 2 for me. So these are some of my favorite phenomenal book titles. I'm sure I have forgotten to mention loads, I always do, so watch out for part 2 of this video. And in the meantime, tell me some of your favorite titles. And who knows, maybe I will have to rush out and get the books immediately just on the strength of their titles alone. I hope you're all doing very well, hanging in there, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.